Okay, let's take a look at Friday night. I have nothing to talk about at 8 p.m., so I'm going to move on to 9 p.m. Instead, Hawaii Five-0 has proven itself to be a resilient series that just keeps on ticking. Hawaii Five-0 has been averaging about 9 million viewers this year, which is not spectacular, but for a Friday night show, that is pretty good. Taking into account the DVR numbers, the season overall is averaging around 12 million viewers, which is pretty good. At this point, I'd say Hawaii Five-0 will probably get a 6th season, as long as the ratings hold. And the fact is, the original Hawaii Five-0 was a very strong series for CBS, so it stands to reason they will want to try and keep Hawaii Five-0 going as long as they can, but ultimately, the show's ratings and time will tell the final fate for Hawaii Five-0. Okay, let's move on to 10 p.m. Blue Bloods is a really good crime show that has a classic series feel to it and has a really great cast of actors, and the series has managed to stay strong on Friday nights. The season 5 premiere had 10.88 million viewers, which is pretty good, and the season overall is averaging around 11 million viewers, which is great, but taking DVR numbers into account, the series is actually averaging 15 million viewers, which is excellent. At this point, I would say a 6th season is a sure thing, based on the show's ratings performance and the fact that it's a really good series. Okay, time to move on to Sunday night. Let's start with 8 p.m. The Simpsons is a household name. Anyone alive should know what The Simpsons is. The series has gone on for over 2.5 decades and continues to give us good entertainment. The 26th season premiere had 8.53 million viewers, which is not bad, and the season overall has been averaging around 6 million viewers. Obviously, The Simpsons don't have ratings as strong as they once were, and part of that is us as the audience kind of forgot about the series, and once in a while we'll remember to watch the show and be like, hey, this is still good, but then we'll forget to watch it again a week later. The other issue is today's kids aren't being shown The Simpsons by their parents because their parents keep forgetting to watch The Simpsons themselves, which is unfortunate. However, the facts are, Fox is not likely to cancel the series anytime soon because they are too damn scared to, and rightfully so. If Fox canceled The Simpsons, I guarantee every other network would swoop in to take over production of the series, and it would be a disaster for Fox if another network took over The Simpsons. That being said, it is extremely likely that The Simpsons will get a 27th season, though Fox will naturally continue to look for ways to reduce the production costs to the show. But yes, The Simpsons will very likely get a 27th season. Once Upon a Time is a really good fantasy show that has gotten quite the fan base, as well as excellent reviews, and continues to provide excellent stories. The season 4 premiere had 9.47 million viewers, which is really good, and the season has been averaging around 7 million viewers. But taking into account DVR numbers, the season has been actually averaging around 10 million viewers, which is great. I'd say based on the show's ratings and the excellent quality of the show, a 5th season of Once Upon a Time is very likely. Madam Secretary is a new series that has a really great political story, and it seems like a great show, though I haven't watched it myself, but it has been a pretty surprising success. The series premiere had an excellent 14.74 million viewers, and the season overall has been averaging around 12 million viewers, which is really good. The series is pretty much 100% likely to get a 2nd season based on its performance. Alright, let's move on to 9 p.m. Family Guy is a series that has somehow managed to last nearly a decade and a half despite low ratings and a lot of criticism, and it has even been cancelled twice but brought back because of DVD sales, which is a rare thing to happen. The season 13 premiere had 8.45 million viewers, which was really good, but that was likely due to the crossover with The Simpsons. The season overall has been averaging around 4.5 million viewers, which is not great, but I'd say given the series' popularity, especially in syndication, that Fox will probably give Family Guy at least one more season, but it could go either way. This is a tough one. The Good Wife is a really amazing show. I was watching it almost from the beginning, and it impressed me, and it survived and moved to Sunday nights, and despite losing a fan favorite cast member, the show's ratings have actually gotten stronger. The season 6 premiere had 11.06 million viewers, which is great, and is an improvement from season 5's premiere. The season has been averaging 10.5 million viewers, which is pretty good. Now, despite the decent ratings, 2 more fan favorite cast members are set to depart the series this year, so even with the decent ratings, the loss of 2 more fan favorite characters is going to have a hard impact on the show. I'd say based on all the variables, The Good Wife will probably get a 7th season, but it might be the final season for the series. But there's no way to know for sure, but a 7th season is pretty likely. But there are no guarantees, especially since this show is on CBS. The Mentalist is such a great show, and to see it fall from grace is just a shame, especially because it is CBS's fault. When The Mentalist was moved from its solid Thursday night 10 p.m. time slot and moved to Sundays at 10 p.m., it lost a lot of its ratings, and this was totally avoidable. The 7th season is the final season of the series, on CBS anyway. The season 7 premiere had 10.87 million viewers, which is pretty good, and the season overall has been averaging around 8.5 million viewers, which again is not bad at all. Now, starting episode 6 of season 7, the series will move to Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., which could be a really good time slot for the show, and there's a strong possibility ratings will improve. The bottom line is The Mentalist is still a great show, but it's been through some hard times, and as of right now, CBS is ending the series, but there is still a possibility another network might want the series, especially if the ratings improve on Wednesday nights. But even if that does happen, the cast will still have to want to continue doing the series, because without them, none of us would watch the show, obviously. Right now, I'd say the chances of The Mentalist getting another season is about 50-50. It could go either way, and it will depend on a lot of things. But it would certainly be nice to get another season, but if not, it looks like the final season is going to be an awesome one. Okay guys, let's move on to 10 p.m. and talk about last, but not least, CSI. Okay, CSI is one powerful show that has survived a lot of cast shakeups and has been moved around to different nights. The series, despite all this, is now in its 15th season. Okay, the 15th season premiered with 9.36 million viewers, which, considering the show's age and the less than desirable time slot it's in, that's not bad. The season overall is averaging around 8.5 million viewers, which is not great, but not bad either. Okay, the biggest issue with CSI is the fact that the series is old. It's in its 15th season, and that means it's expensive to make, but it also makes the show an asset. CBS likely wants one of their series to make it to the 20-year mark, or even better, 21-year mark, so they can beat the record on the longest running series. But unfortunately, CSI is not the only option to achieve this. NCIS is in its 12th season, and while it's also an expensive series, and the show has taken a bit of a hit, but the facts are it has way better ratings, and while the ratings will sooner or later start to fall, but it will likely not be fast, and not for a while. So from a financial standpoint, that gives NCIS the better odds of getting there. However, CBS is launching CSI Cyber, which sounds like a promising series, and should it succeed, it might create an incentive for CBS to keep CSI going. And my understanding is CSI is still a major player in international markets, so the series must still be bringing in a lot of revenue. The biggest issue is while the new cast is doing a great job, but there are very few original, fan favorite cast members left. Paul Joyfoyle was let go from the cast at the end of season 14, and a few months ago it was announced that George Eads is leaving CSI at the end of the season, and while an explanation why he's leaving has not been revealed, it probably has something to do with the incident that happened last year. But anyway, we will be losing him, and it's been revealed at the end of the season an original cast member is being killed off, though apparently it's been confirmed that it's not George Eads. But everyone is worried it could be Georgia Fox, and I admit I am worried it could be her, and I hope it's not. Anyway, the fact that we are losing 2 original cast members doesn't bode well for the show, and while granted, it will reduce production costs, but chances are fans will walk away from the series after the 2 fan favorite characters are gone. As of right now, it's really difficult to determine if CSI will get a 16th season based on everything going on, and the best prediction I can offer is 50-50, and that is the best case scenario, especially since CSI's episode order was reduced to 18 episodes. Okay, this concludes this discussion piece discussing how all these major television shows are doing. I hope you found this information helpful, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. I will talk to you guys later. This is the Entertainment Wizard, signing off.